Welcome to the Not Nerd Show. I'm Nate Heath, and we are here to help you tech better. Here with me, as always, Mr. Dave Baylor. Maybe.
I gave people who watched the live show a quick
bonus,
fun camera switch.
Yes.
So that should remind everybody you got to watch it live. Yeah. It's more fun to see the stuff. I was switching between cameras and smiling.
Everybody will get to see it.
Well, eventually, if you're a listener who listens to the audio, you won't be able to see it.
You should always be watching on YouTube.
Yeah. So one exciting thing we were talking about before the show was I have an update here. Should I go ahead and update OBS while we're at it?
Yes.
No? Probably not. But Nate, I'm excited to talk to you about your hat, which I see it's kind of a gray colored one there.
Yeah.
Your background, I'm going to cover a tip and trick that's very prescient. Look it up. And just the headlines and more, Nate, we've got a big old show tonight.
Yes, we do. So let's get right to the hat. I just purchased this weekend.
Oh, Westport, Washington, a big octopus.
Yes.
Those things are scary.
Yes.
There's something, you got it this weekend?
Yes, we were in Westport, Washington with Chelsea's family at this little private campground, went to the beach, walked around town, and I found a trucker hat that I wanted to purchase.
Yeah.
They've gone away from the old retro, I maybe have mentioned this before, like the cool ones that I like, and now they're all they'll be like distressed, like pink ones with bedazzling on them or something. It's like, come on.
I saw a distressed one in Maine when we were out there. It looked like it came out of some guy's board of his pickup.
Yeah. Some people might be into that, but not this guy.
Me either.
In my background, yes.
I love it.
On my new favorite subreddit, Zoom Backgrounds, I came across this retro, I think it said retro 70s computer room.
Yeah, it's really good. So that's not an AI one. That's a
real, supposedly real one from.
It looks more realistic than many of the AI ones that you put together.
Yes, this is true.
I'd like to have that set up, honestly. That'd be really cool.
It would be to have that as your studio. It is my studio for this week. But Dave, you know what?
What's
we
that?
are 1 month away from Apple iPhone event. Can you believe that? It
it's
feels
coming
like
up
just yesterday I got my 16 Pro.
And it seems like almost 2 years ago when I got my 15 Pro Max.
Yes, almost. Almost. But so rumors are ramping up on the new iPhones. They're saying September 9th will be the event, which is the Tuesday, the week after Labor Day. So they've just said skip Labor Day week. We're not going to mess with that. We'll do the second Tuesday of September.
With Labor Day, it's like you don't wear white and all the clothing changes. There's a lot going on.
I'm doing my whole wardrobe switch out then.
Yeah, there's no time to mess with
No time for iPhones. But and we don't really discuss the rumors. They're saying all kinds of stuff. People have images they say are new iPhones. But you know what? September 9th, we'll find out. And then you can press it. And hey, Grandma is in the chat.
Yay.
Howdy from the train guy. Both of them are in there, so welcome in.
Might be.
Yes.
I was talking to Tyler, friend of the show.
Yes.
Everybody knows Tyler, the famous Tyler.
Yeah, from episode 60 or whatever he was on. We should do Guess Again at some point, like we talk about all the time.
We should. We really should. And I have never talked to you about this, but I'm going to talk to you about it right now, and I'll get back to Tyler. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to charge my watch. It's dying here.
Never mind, listeners.
Can we start the show later?
Because he's got to charge his watch.
It's not working right. So anyway, a friend of mine has a vinyl studio where he cuts vinyl records with the machine. And again, I apologize. I'm putting it all out here in public. I said that you and I and maybe Todd or somebody should go and film just how it's set up, how it works,
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
interview him, and then we can put it on the show as a post-recorded interview, or we
Yeah.
could have him on live to talk about it and look at some of the B-roll footage. But
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool to see
Fascinating
how
stuff.
vinyl records are produced. I mean, he's one of a handful of people who do this
Yeah.
across the country.
Yeah. Nice. That is very
So,
cool.
so
And
back to
back to
Tyler.
Tyler, our
He had,
sidestep of a sidestep here.
yeah, he had said that he kind of missed the old days when, you know, you didn't know what was, you'd go to the event and you'd turn it on and it'd be like, my mind is blown. Nowadays, it's
Yeah.
just like, you know, 2 months in advance what the new iPhone's going to be, or a year in
Yeah.
advance.
Yeah.
They've been talking about stuff for 2027.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
anyway.
a little bit of that bloom is off the rose there, but it will still be exciting to see what's actually there and what we will be getting this year. I did want to say I had talked last week about the iPhone beta, the public beta that is out,
Yeah.
and I had installed it and I said it was a little buggy. I don't really recommend it for people. I mean, it wasn't any major bugs. Well, that changed this weekend because when we were up in Westport, we were at the beach. I was wanting to take tons of pictures. The one app you would not expect to be buggy is the camera app, but I just kept having issues. So
That is interesting.
you can downgrade back to iOS 18. But what did I do instead? I updated to the new developer beta that came out today. So now I'm even further into beta land, but so far
Yeah.
so good. I mean that I was still able to take photos and videos, but sometimes it would just be a little slower, or the trick where you hold down the photo button to record video, it
Yeah.
just wouldn't record video on that. So
Okay.
they still have a couple bugs to work out, but I am really liking the interface. So I'll be excited for next month, shortly after the iPhone event, when iOS and all the OS 26s are released. Uh,
It's coming up quick, and
yeah,
it's going to be a big change for a lot of people, at least aesthetically. But
yes,
speaking of the photo app, not to talk too much about future things, they've changed a lot of stuff. They've hidden a lot of features. It's basically camera and video, and that's
yeah.
it. I was listening to a podcast today, and they said, oh, and if you want to do spatial video, you have to go into the photo and then slide over to spatial
Oh,
and then
yeah,
choose video. And it's like,
yeah.
how does that make
No,
any
there's
sense?
some curious things, and there was some changes from the public beta I was on to the developer beta, so they are still tweaking it. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why they are betas,
So
and
they can get
uh,
feedback and make
yes.
changes. Yeah.
Yes. And another thing we used to cover all the time, at least Apple's, was quarterly results.
Mm-hmm.
And in my Feedly news feed, I, had 100 articles of all the different big tech companies and their quarterly results. We'll just say this, all of them made a lot of money. But there was one
Except
thing,
us.
yes. Microsoft officially tops 4 trillion with a T in market cap,
Oh
joining
boy.
Nvidia in exclusive club. So Microsoft is over 4 trillion in market cap. But again, my belief, the stock market, it's just all
Is that
unicorns and
Balmer?
rainbows.
Oh,
Oh,
that
wow.
guy's
Balmer
got
was
some
back for the,
age. I mean, it's weird. I've gotten older, but Bill
yeah,
and Steve should not be getting older.
not have aged. But
Yeah.
yeah, because the only time you ever see him is that one Windows video where he's dancing on stage.
Developers.
Developers,
He's sweating like a
developers.
pig.
Yes,
But yeah,
yes.
4 trillion. So I think Apple is still at three
Yeah,
plus
they're
trillion.
they're above 3. They're a little bit down this year, but yeah, Nvidia and Microsoft are in the 4 trillion club. So, but again, it depends how many shares you have out there. It
Yeah.
depends what the news are, what people are saying about you. But
Well, and it's one
mostly
of
for
those things.
server stuff is
Trill
their Azure.
a trillion is so big. All right. So to recap, a billion
Yes,
is 1,000 millions, and we all
yes,
know how big a million is. It's very
yes.
big. So get 1,000 of those, you've got a billion. Now you've got 1 billion. You take 1,000 of those, and you've
Yes.
got 1 trillion. And these guys are 3 and 4 trillion. Let that
Trillion.
sink in.
That is,
That number is large.
yeah, yeah, it is insane.
It's bigger
The-
than half the world's governments.
yeah,
I, I mean, that's
yeah,
crazy.
probably 80% of the world's governments. But yeah, it's crazy. Microsoft keeps going just when you think everybody's going to quit using them. I think it's mostly their cloud is what they're making money off now. But
Yeah.
people are buying computers and getting those Windows licenses and
Why are
doing
they charging
Office
me more
and
for their cloud if they're making so much money? Jerks.
yeah, just stopped. And they've got their Copilot AI.
Boy.
Yes. And I did have a piece of follow up.
Oh,
I
do
should
I
have
have one a
warned you.
sounder? I don't think I have a sounder for that.
Yes, but we were
Wait, I have
discussing.
one.
Uh, there it is, the official follow up sounder. Yeah, we used to do a whole segment on follow up, but we were talking last week errantly about BitChat, Jack Dorsey's little
Oh yeah.
uh, secure Bluetooth thing. So, in everything I've seen, it will only show you if there are people around you that are using it that you could then message. So, we
Okay.
would have to be in the same room. My thought was that it was somehow meshing between computer or between phones so that you could eventually get a message to somebody. It might just take a year, but it makes a
Yeah.
lot more sense to have a very simple messaging app that
It's a
uses
mesh
Bluetooth.
local, like on
Yes,
a
yeah,
bus or a train or in a living room or
yes.
something like
And
that.
I think I did see somebody post a notification, so I don't think you have to have the app open, but it will pop up a notification and say, at Davy B is in range. So you could then
Hmm.
message that person. So
You know what I
I
had to
did want to
do?
clear that up because I'm sure everybody rushed out to download that
I'm
app
sure
and
they
start
did.
using it.
Maybe we should. I should drive by your house on the way from work sometime and see
Oh, yeah. Just see
if
if it pops up.
yeah,
Nice.
stay out on the road and just drive by.
Yes, yes. Well, our main topic this week, I figured we would talk about this because I just keep seeing stuff about it. And of course, this is my world, which is very tech focused. But Meta and Mark Zuckerberg, they have been making some big moves in the AI world. They have been, some might even say, um,
Mmm,
poaching employees. I saw one chart, I think on X, that somebody
that's
put
a handsome
together
guy.
of all the different people they had hired, like 10 people from OpenAI, uh, people from Apple's AI, Microsoft, like every big AI company. And I forget if that, um, I think it maybe at the bottom of that article, it has kind of a slideshow of some of the people
Oh,
they have
oh yeah, here we
hired.
go.
Yeah.
Alexander Wang, Chief AI Officer, Team Leader, previously at Scale AI. Nat Friedman, previously at venture capital firm NFDG, as like I have to announce what that is.
Yeah. Yes.
GitHub CEO. Daniel Gross, Apple. We've got Tapit Bansal, OpenAI. Some other people, Google, Amazon, OpenAI. Yeah, looks like they're poaching people from all over the place.
Yes.
Primarily
Yes.
OpenAI, it looks like, in
Yeah.
Google. Wow.
Um, yeah, it's pretty crazy. And the other crazy part is just how much they're spending. Like we're talking professional sports numbers. There was one guy, I think it was in the second article, if that article will work, but it was
Yeah.
something like a $1.5 billion package, over several years for somebody to come over to Meta AI.
Wow.
It's just the numbers are wild. All to say, Dave, why did we not like? What does it take to get offered hundreds of millions of dollars to go work for AI? Like, what do these people do? That's what I'm always
Mm-hmm.
curious. Like we were talking about somebody pre-show that feels like they can fake through conversations or always kind of present themselves
Yeah.
as being an expert on the topic. Like if I had AI write me a resume, would Mark Zuckerberg throw $50 million at me to hire me?
I don't know, but we should try that.
Yeah.
I apologize if you heard a a falling sound back there.
You got all kinds of stuff going on. You were doing some dishes during the
Yeah,
show now?
yeah, I was
Charge your
charging
watch.
my watch. So I'll just, since it fell, did I show you guys this?
Oh, no, you didn't show it on the screen. I think you showed it to me post-show.
Yeah, it's something I 3D printed. This is made out of plastic.
Yeah.
I had it taped up back there. But remember, kids, electricity will kill you. I showed my daughter, and she's like, "Why does he have a knife?" I'm like, "Because he's gonna kill you."
Yes.
It's
You
like,
gotta
be careful
safe.
out there, you know.
Yes,
Anyway,
indeed.
I had it back there, but it fell off. So
Nice. Oh, and speaking of 3D printing,
yeah.
after my
Oh,
bonus hat, you dropped this little gem. Let's see if we can get the Hulkster himself.
yeah. Oh man, he's looking good.
Yeah,
I
he's
needed to get him in
sitting on my
color for you.
desk. I needed something new for my desk, but
Yeah,
I got that. So that was this week in 3D printing.
yeah. We should have
Um,
a new segment with
yes,
here's the sounder.
perfect.
Three
Uh,
horns for 3D.
yes, I like it.
I'd watch that.
Yes. So Zuckerberg, their Meta AI, they've been hiring big time, and he also had I guess, a open letter this week. And one of the things that he said is that they're looking Meta's answer to, what is he doing all this towards personal super intelligence for everyone. What does that mean exactly? The company intends to spend up to 72 billion with a B over the next year to ramp up its AI development with an eye toward bringing each human an AI companion that knows us deeply, understands our goals, and can help us achieve them, not listed in the article, and show better ads to you.
Yes.
But yeah, so super intelligence. And so they talked to some different people about what super intelligence is. Um, there's general intelligence, and now, but you know what I was thinking on all this stuff?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like 5 years ago that Zuckerberg was all into the metaverse
Oh yeah.
and pouring everything into that and hiring all kinds of people and paying people to develop in the metaverse?
They can't even
And
get legs on those little guys.
yeah, their little avatars.
Yeah. They're just
Yeah.
torsos. It's like, put
Yes.
legs on those things. But yeah,
Yes.
they're having some slowdown in that. And I got to tell you, the experience in the metaverse is not
Not
great.
epic.
You watch Ready Player One, and it's like, oh man, this is great. This is what I want. I'm flying
Yeah.
around and I'm high fiving people and we're playing games. And the metaverse is like, you wait for 10 minutes for a world to load, and it's a super low poly, like McDonald's store that you can like grab food and put it here and put it over
Yeah.
here. And there might be
Yeah.
a kid in there going,
Yes.
what's your name? What's your name? What's your, it's like, oh, this is not good.
Oh, and hey, Grandma asked back to our 3D printing this week in 3D printing. She said,
Yeah.
I saw a Facebook video where a woman cut strips of a plastic container and used them in a 3D printer. Is that for real, Dave?
Well, I'll tell you there, hey grandma, you can, if you have certain types of plastics, specifically like the large 2-liter soda bottles, you can, some people have made these little machines that you can crank or whatever, and it will cut a spiral strip out of it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then you've got a big strip of, it's called PTEG. Anyway, it's a type of plastic. Then you can pull it through an extrusion process that heats it up and makes it a uniform thickness and roll it on a roll. And then you can take that roll and put it in a 3D printer and make something with it. Now, the quality of the filament that you can produce is not going to be anywhere near what you can buy from a commercial body. However, if you're just making dumb stuff like, I don't know, what do I got laying around here that's dumb? There's a few things. Like I 3D printed these the other day, some just little slidey boxes. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
apparently it doesn't work. You know, stuff like this.
Little Altoids can.
Yeah, this is made with a different type of plastic than what you get from a soda bottle. Different properties, different melting points and stuff like that. So your mileage may vary. A lot of people have a lot of waste, and they put it all in a thing and they melt it down and make like kind of a grayish brown filament
Oh,
just for just everyday items, or if they're going
yeah.
to paint them later, it doesn't matter. So it is possible, but it is almost as much work as any other hobby. You know, it's like making your hats, for example. You could
Yeah.
you could buy one for $12, or you could spend $350 to make your own. That's
Yeah.
kind of the deal.
You know, and with the price of filament being so cheap, it's like, is
Yeah.
it worth it? Plus, you get 10 cents for every 2 liter bottle in Oregon.
So
So,
I know that's
uh,
valuable. Yeah, it's a filament, a roll. The ones that I like are around $15 for 2 kilograms. And I did the
mm,
math the other day. Let's do it here. See, let's do
yeah.
15 divided by. I can't remember what I did, but I figured out it was like 18 cents or 20 cents an ounce or something. I don't know. It's not
Yeah.
very much. And so you weigh your thing that you just made, and it's like 3 ounces. It's like that's like 75 cents. You know,
Yes. So
so
you
it's pretty
really
cheap.
have to calculate the holistic cost.
That's right, Nate. The holistic cost. That is something that we used to have a sounder for.
There it
There
is. There it
it
is.
is.
And we've got more questions in the chat.
Oh,
Producer Todd, this may be too big of a question, but who decides valuation? It seems to all be based on nothing. Cough Elon Musk, and it's always like 9 times higher than any sort of reality. So basically, for a public company, it's investors. What investors are willing to pay
yeah.
for something. Now, somebody like Elon Musk has been accused of over-promising and under-delivering on things, but the stock price still
Accused, or
remains
I think
relatively
I think
well.
that's
Yes,
maybe has happened.
yes,
But yeah, so Elon Musk and Tesla and all those companies are kind of an outlier because their value is strongly tied to the personality of Elon Musk. If he
yes,
were to get hit by a bus tomorrow or sell Tesla, the stock price would go way down because
yeah,
the value of the company is not very high without Elon Musk's star power. So
yeah,
it could be based on fundamentals. It could be based on a celebrity personality. It could be based on popularity of a product. I mean, it's very,
brand, yeah, any of
yeah.
that stuff. And it's I've seen, I think it maybe was Backblaze that went public, and I was like, oh, I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to buy some Backblaze stock. I love Backblaze because one backup is none backup.
That's right, Nate. You can't move forward unless you back up. Behold the power of backup.
Yes, but they went public and they had come up with a valuation. And on opening day, it went down 20%. Now, the Figma, which is a massive company that Adobe tried to buy, they went public last week and theirs went up like 100% from opening day. A lot of valuation is typically based on like something you'll see a lot is a company is doing a round of fundraising and they're selling 10 billion shares at a valuation, or not 10 billion, let's say a million shares at a valuation of, $1 billion, but it's for 10% of the company. So then you extract it. But as much as I dislike the stock market and the magical values of all these different companies, I think, the public does speak on that because they can choose to buy the stock or sell the stock. So you do have an aggregated number of people that are all making those decisions. But like GameStop, a bunch of guys post on Reddit, GameStop goes up $100 because they
Mm-hmm.
all bought it, and everybody freaks out and starts buying,
Well,
but
then
then it
there's
goes way back down.
the whole pump and dump scheme where it'll be, oh, everybody buy this, everybody buy this, all this propaganda, buy this, and then everybody buys it, and then they buy it high, then the price drops immediately. So
Yes.
it was all
Yes.
calculated.
So all that to say, Todd, valuation is decided on a lot of whims and a lot of because a
The
lot of
wind.
companies. I forget who they were talking about, but there was a couple companies that, I mean, their valuation is way above how much money they'll ever make. So it just it's a lot of factors, but it's not based on, it's not a gold standard, unlike our gold.
Gold?
Gold is on the gold standard.
Yep.
But yes, so that was a couple more sidesteps. The sidestep episode, we're sidestepping all over the place. But yeah, back to Meta AI. I mean, they're pouring the money in. They've got the user base. Now, can they just convert that into super intelligence, whatever that might mean? And this article does have, they asked several people, that are educated on this stuff, what they think super intelligence is, and it's kind of all over the place. It's another term. It's the metaverse. Is he going to change
Yeah.
the name of the company to Super now instead of Meta because
I
it's the
hope
next
so.
big thing?
Meta's kind of a dumb name.
Yes, yes. Well, it's not a dumb name.
I have no idea.
Dave's pro tip of the week.
Yes. And I have a pro tip for you. We've touched
Yes.
on this in the past, but as I mentioned in the opener, it is very prescient because this weekend, my family and I, with some other families, are going to be traveling across the state to a nice little lake I like to call Detroit Lake.
Yes.
And it's a big place. Don't come try to stalk me. You can't
Yeah.
find me
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
campsite number 43. No. Let's see. Oh, hold on. We've got some action on the driveway cam.
Driveway cam?
My wife was supposed to. Oh, it's not working. Dang it. It's frozen like it did it to you that time.
Yes. When
Oh,
hey,
crap.
Grandma was sitting out in the driveway.
Oh, how do I
I
turn it
just had
off?
to go back and then go back into it
Okay, we're going to
as
miss
I
it.
tell you how to use your computer.
That's not working.
Oh, man.
Well, anyway,
Oh, there it updated.
there it goes. Where did she go? My wife went outside. She's supposed to have been going to the food store an hour ago.
Oh, my goodness.
She never left, but anyway. Well,
Yeah.
I digress. Where was I? Oh, the pro tip of the week. I'm going to Detroit Lake here in Oregon.
Yes.
And one thing about Oregon that you may or may not know, it's very mountainous. And due to mountains, cell phones don't work great. And
Yeah.
we're not quite to the satellite service everywhere type of thing.
Yeah.
So one thing you might want to do is download your map. And you may be thinking, I never knew I could do that. Do I have to buy another application that's like a hiking app or something like that? No, it's
No.
built into your phone. And the reason I'm vamping, because here we go. There she is. I hope she waves. She's not going to wave. She's going to forget. Is she walking somewhere? Oh,
Oh,
no, here she comes.
Oh.
She's getting into the car. Okay.
this is why you watch on YouTube
This
for
is-
watching Val leave the house.
Okay, she's getting into the car. Is she going to start it before she shuts the door? Nope, she shut the door first. She did start it before she put her seatbelt on, however,
Okay.
which is a little... If I were teaching someone to drive, I would say, put your seatbelt on first, because you never know. Is the car going to be in
Oh,
a gear?
she is out. You need to work on your, is it Steve Inman voice? The guy that does like the animal narrations and people always
Steve
do.
Irwin?
No, there was another, I
Oh.
think it's Steve Inman. He does like the dramatic
Yeah. Anyway.
Inman. But yes,
can look that up
anyways,
later.
back to hopefully she downloaded some offline maps.
Yes, and so I'm glad that she left finally so that I can concentrate on this. So I'm going to bring up my my app here once I don't dox myself here. So here we go. I found Detroit Lake on my map. Okay, there's Portland up there where I am. You can come right to my house. There it is in Sherwood. But you'll notice when I did a search down here, there's a button in the middle that says download, and there's even a little article, offload of Detroit, or offline map of Detroit Lake. Download an offline map, and you can tap it and do whatever. It's kind of educating you there. So if you've never done this, you either put a pin somewhere or you find a destination and then you say download. Then it's going to bring up this little customizable kind of crop window. And you can zoom, like I can zoom way out and be like, I want the entire Pacific Northwest. That's probably a little much for me. And I'm lost. There's Detroit right there. But you see how I don't want all this stuff down to sweet home? I can come in and crop it.
Ooh.
And I'm going to zoom out a little bit to save on memory, you know. So Detroit's that blue dot down in the bottom right-hand corner of my crop. And then I'm, of course, the giant blue dot in the corner. Then I just hit, it says it's going to be 504 megabytes. Download. And there it goes in the middle. It's starting to download it. And now when I travel and I want to do my map, if I go out of a service area, it doesn't matter. It's going to remember the turns. It's going to download the map. Have you ever been to a place where there's no data and it's just a gray, your dot's moving, but there's no road, there's no hills, you're like, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I don't know how to do this. So this feature will fix that for you.
Yeah.
So that and anywhere in that square has been downloaded. I could navigate to Gresham. I could navigate to Salem. I could navigate to Mill City, wherever, and it's going to do it. Now, it's not going to have traffic updates. So if I'm offline, of course, if there's a big wreck somewhere and it says it's going to be an hour and a half, it's going to be wrong. It's probably going to be 2 hours or whatever. But still, I would rather have inaccurate traffic data than not have a map at all. So there you go.
If you do go out of service, I actually had that same thing pop up when I was going to Florence. Was that last week for work? 2 weeks ago? I don't even know. 2 weeks ago. And I was like, yeah, I'll just download. And I think I was just like, oh, I'll download most of Oregon and might as well have it on there. And then it's not having to download that information while you're out and about and using up cellular data. So that's a bonus pro tip. If you have limited data, you could download maps and you can just like when Todd drove to South Dakota or whatever, he could have had downloaded things and not use up data.
Yep. And you can just keep that downloaded file on your phone. Occasionally, if it's there for like a long time, it'll be like, hey, we noticed you got a bunch of this stuff. Would you like to delete it? And I think if you have optimized storage turned on, it will delete it let's say I put Kansas in there and I haven't been to Kansas in 3 years, it's going to delete that. But I think it might prompt you. I can't remember, but it's a great feature to have. And if you're just driving around the metro area all the time, download it once at home, and then you can enjoy both. You can have it downloaded and you can enjoy the traffic updates if you're within service range.
Very cool. That is a good one, and it's gotten much better. Wes did put into the chat, I looked up superintelligence in the dictionary, and it was a photo of not nerd.
Aww.
True.
So nice.
Yes. Well, that must mean it's time for everyone's favorite segment, Just the Headlines.
Well, we already had a driveway adventure, so there's not much there for us to see, but as evidence that my wife is no longer here. So party time, I guess.
Nice.
I got to call the girls. Where's my phone?
We've got a show to do. I know you're doing your dishes and charging your watch. And
I forgot.
Yes, well, we'll get through it, and so you can go have your 20 minutes of free time while she's at the grocery store.
Yeah.
But let us get to Just the Headlines.
U.S. senators introduce new pirate site blocking bill, Blockbeard.
YouTube loosens profanity rules for monetized videos.
Cheyenne to host massive AI data center using more electricity than all Wyoming homes combined.
Elon Musk says he's bringing back Vine's archive.
A luggage service web bugs expose the travel plans of every user. Ooh.
Tim Cook has now been Apple's CEO for longer than Steve Jobs.
Wow. And finally, radioactive wasp nests found near nuclear storage site in South Carolina.
And those are just the headlines. Some doozies. That was all over the place in there this week.
As if wasp nests weren't bad enough. They're now radioactive? What the heck?
Nice.
I don't
And
like the
Train
sound
Guy
of
has
that.
entered the chat. He said, "Hello, this is
Woot.
the Train Guy who sent this from Hey Grandma's account." Hey,
Okay.
Train Guy, we're coming for you on those subscriber numbers.
You know what? I think I have a train whistle for the train guy. Ready?
Yeah.
Ah, no, it was just the air
Oh,
horn.
just the air horn.
Sorry. Psych. Psych.
Oh, yes. And I will mention our new segment, Listener Mail. We are getting some submissions. Thank you very much. We're going to load those up. We aren't going to get to one this week, but
They're
we do
very.
have some good stuff
Hey,
to
I
help
wanted
you check better.
to point out that it looks like there's a
Oh,
little bit of action there on the old potato cam.
enhance.
Enhance. There it
Come on.
is. What are they going to do? Are they neighbors or are they just walking through the
Oof.
neighborhood? Just never know.
Riff raff walking
Man.
through the neighborhood.
Hey, so I confirmed the other last week. It was the last Tuesday of the month, and so Handel's Ice Cream was having a sale. That's why that's where
Oh,
they were going. They didn't go over to Minchie's. They went to Handel's Ice Cream. So there
yes.
you go. I mean, that real time follow up on that one.
Yes. And I lost a there was another story,
Bet.
but we're going to
Oh,
move on to our takes of the week, and we
yes.
can tie it into the first one. Google starts rolling out machine learning powered age estimation in the US.
Hmm.
And so they are going to, in the US, Google is beginning to use an age estimation model to detect whether account users are under or over 18. Google is looking at a variety of signals already associated with a user's account to determine their age, regardless of the user provided birthday. This includes the types of information a user has searched for, or the categories of videos they've watched on YouTube, or the longevity of the account.
Have they been using words like Riz? Then they got to be young, you know.
Yes, yes, but so they're doing this, and the other story, in Australia, they have a new social media ban for teenagers,
Okay.
and I'll try to put the link in the show notes after the show. But there's actually,
Why didn't we have our
um,
man on the street join us for this
yes,
article?
we should have. So they social media, I believe it's a complete ban under 18, and YouTube is included in that.
Oh,
So
wow.
if you are under 18, so these age verification things, which goes very much in line what we were talking about with Hey Grandma last week on having to upload IDs and the T app that leaked all that information.
Mm.
Um, but it is not, they are not doing things. But it does say the user will receive an email notifying them of these changes. If the model
Oh,
made a mistake, adults have a number of options to verify their age. Here it is. This includes a government ID, digital ID, phone number lookup, credit card, or selfie, which is processed on device. So
where
this
was that
this is
at?
the new
Let's see.
thing, just under that green line there.
Okay, there it is. Yeah.
But so this goes back to having to upload your IDs and stuff. This is YouTube, kind of a big thing instead of the T app that
Yeah.
most of our listeners probably won't be using. But it's going to be interesting to see how this goes and these machine learning where they're trying to guess what your age is. Maybe
Hey,
I really like Bluey.
maybe you do. And hey, here's another sidestep. Valerie and I have been watching Ryan Trahan's
Oh, yes.
50 States in 50 Days.
Oh, thank you.
I think we're up to about, I think we're in Maryland or something, wherever that
Oh,
is in the
okay.
list. So we're about halfway
Yeah.
through, I think. Yeah, it's plus 20 on the number of states. So anyway, it isn't very enjoyable. And especially if you binge watch it like we have been, because you can just go through them pretty quickly,
Yeah.
you know. So
Yes. Yeah. It was a great series.
you don't know spoilers.
No,
We're only halfway
I will
through.
not spoil, but
I guess I
yes.
kind of spoiled that they made it to Maryland, which, you know,
Yes,
they,
for anybody just starting out.
yeah,
Yes, I will say they made it quite a ways.
yeah,
But there's a lot of interesting twists and turns along the way and a
yeah.
very great watch. But yeah, so the Google machine learning, Australia's banned in social media. It is crazy. But with all this, one of the issues is they're trying to pass some laws where like these social media networks in the US would have to verify age. And they're like, we don't want to do it. Apple and Google, you figure out a way to do it for your systems, or Microsoft. So it's going to be something that's going to be on the radar probably over this next year as they try to figure out how to really put age limits on
Yeah.
different things.
Well, on the
Uh,
Security Now podcast that I listened to with Steve Gibson and Leo Laporte, they talk about something that would just be so easy if phone manufacturers like Apple, Samsung, Google, etc., would just have a verification tied into their biometric thing, like a thumbprint reader or a facial ID. Let's say it's a parent, they could go on to their child's thing, and through some mechanism that is controlled by the phone companies that's more private, you could verify that this person's 18. And then that would be used as kind of a license to go onto these websites and stuff. It would pop up a verification. Your phone would say, yes, this person is 18. Now, it's not perfect. A kid could grab a parent's phone and perhaps unlock it if there's just a PIN code. Or a parent could lie about a child's age. Or, I mean, you could use a fake picture to, although it'd be a little bit harder.
where there's a will,
There's
is a way.
But it just seems like we have the technology. Now, there's some people who don't have smartphones, so they would
Yeah.
it'd have to be an alternative to that. But instead of making every website do this, just have
Yeah.
it so that your device
Yes.
unlocks every website, because it's
Yeah.
it's going to be millions and millions of websites that are going to have to
Yeah.
implement this thing.
Yeah, it would be just like all the cookie banners we have to have because of the laws in the EU, where
Yeah.
many websites you go to, it's like accept all cookies and all that stuff, which is because the European Union said that they had to do that, and it's completely useless because nobody pays attention to it.
Yeah.
But the age verification, there are some valid reasons to do that, and figuring out a good way to safely and privately do that. There are parental controls that you can do things with, but it's who's responsible for this stuff, and that's what they're working out right now. So,
Yep.
um, another story, we had talked about this with China, but President Trump ends de minimis exemption for global low cost goods. He
Yeah.
signed an executive order for low value packages shipped from all countries as of August 29th. This goes into effect. In May, he did this for China, and now it's going to all countries import. There's obviously been a lot of news about imports and tariffs and all that stuff. But the one thing, and I think we mentioned this before, but every time I see it, so when I thought of the de minimis deduction, I thought it was like anything under $10 that I'm buying off
You thought
Temu.
it was a Harry Potter spell, a de minimis.
Yes, yes, it probably is. But it was anything $800 or less didn't have to pay duties. So anything from China under $800, if they could ship it to you direct,
Which is
they didn't have
half
to
the
pay
stuff on my
those things.
desk.
Yes, yes,
Like,
exactly.
this thing is
Um,
under, $800 and
yeah. So
whatever.
I will remind people,
Oh,
we are the most nonpartisan tech podcast on the internet, and
you have to sign up for our Patreon if you want the
yes, the
political
partisan
talk.
version, the all partisan all the time episodes.
Yeah.
But I think, trying to not be political, I think it is a good idea for especially somebody like China who has kind of eaten our lunch on manufacturing and all that stuff to have some better balance to encourage American manufacturing. But
But
we'll
it
see
ain't
how
going to
this
happen
works
overnight.
out. Yeah.
In the
And
meantime, we pay more.
yeah, it means that, I won't be able to shop on Temu, which I have stopped shopping on, but they are having to, look at different ways to do this. A lot of it, like I think Temu and TikTok Shop and a lot of the products on there that come from China or Shine or Sheen, whatever it is, they've started doing warehouses in the US where they just import containers and
But
then
they
ship it
still
out
have to,
from there. But they
they
have to
pay,
pay the pay
Yeah.
the duties that way.
Well, in an
Uh,
article that we didn't post, Nintendo products are
oh
going up
yes, I didn't get that
considerably
one in. Yeah.
due to the
But
tariffs, and
not
we
the I thought the Switch 2 pricing was staying the same. They were just
it
upping the
is.
Switch 1 pricing.
Yeah, because that's typically not how it works. The old products typically go down in price.
Yes,
And
yes.
so to keep the Switch 2 prices from increasing, they are doing the Halo price increase on every Switch 2 accessory, every Switch 2 game,
Okay.
Switch 1 consoles, and Switch 1 accessories. All of them are going up. But typically, those consoles that have been out for a long time, the price would go down on the older stuff. But it's
Yes.
quite the opposite right now.
Yes, I will add that link into our show notes since we are talking about it. But
Yeah.
I thought when I saw it, it was just the Switch 2 was staying the same, the Switch 1 was going up, and I was like, well, that's great price anchoring because why would they want to? If you
Yeah.
want to buy a Switch 1, we'll charge you more for it. But
Well,
um,
I think it's so that they can artificially keep the price of the Switch 2 down. Because they don't,
nice.
because it's bad optics if it raises the price and it's more than like a PlayStation 5. People would be like,
Yes,
why am I paying 550 for this thing?
yes, yes. So there's a lot of navigation. I don't have all the answers. I don't say everything's right one way or another, but yeah, these companies are having to figure it out, and they've had it pretty good for a while, and now I just deleted it out of the show notes. Okay, it's in there for
That's
you,
okay. We
folks. You
can do
can
it
go to
later.
Not Nerd and get the link. I just won't remember later. Um, this next one just cracks me up. iOS 26's new messages feature has political fundraisers freaking out.
I mean,
Now,
did you say fundraisers or political
yeah,
scammers?
yes, yes. iOS 26 adds a new opt in filtering system to the Messages app that tucks away messages from unknown senders, which
We
we
already
had
have.
this as a tip of the
This
week
was a tip of the week.
months ago.
It's just going to
I
be by default, I think.
more obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had to turn on a setting to see it in iOS 18. But yes, the political fundraisers are on edge that they won't be able to just spam messages, which nonpartisan, everyone can agree political text messages are out of control and probably why this feature is being added. I mean,
Yeah.
realistically, for the most part, it's political
It started
scam
again
message.
with my phone. There was a time after the election where they just dropped off, and they've
Yeah.
started again. And I'm like, come on, guys. So
Yes.
I'm glad this is coming.
Yes. Yes. And little security and privacy story to wrap up our takes. Your public ChatGPT queries are getting indexed by Google and other search engines. Now,
Boo.
there was a setting, and there is an update on this article on July 31st. Hours after this article was published, OpenAI said it removed the feature from ChatGPT that allowed users to make their public conversations discoverable by search engines. It was a short lived experiment that ultimately introduced too many opportunities for folks to accidentally share things they didn't intend to. So,
Well,
yeah,
I think they got caught, is probably why the change happened.
yes, yes. And I don't, it wasn't on by default, but yeah, why you would want Chat GPT, your stuff that your conversations to show up in Google searches
I don't.
is,
That seems. It seems like you think, oh, this is a private conversation I'm having with my AI buddy, and then somebody's searching for it, and it's like, oof, that's maybe not as good.
yes, yeah, but good thing that even as an option is going away. I guess maybe if you were trying to educate people or something and you had some really cool chat GPT stuff, but why not build a website and post it in there?
Yeah.
I don't know. This was a weird one, but yeah, you might still be able to search Google and find some chat GPT conversations that are interesting. I didn't see any lists of people finding scandalous things there,
Yeah.
but I'm sure some of them got out there. But let's forget about that with our bonus odd take this week. we've got, I came across, I believe through kotkey.org, where I see a
Mm,
lot of these things, the historical tech tree.
okay. I
When
have
you
not
open
looked
the
at
site,
this.
the tech tree is an interactive visualization of technology history from 3 million years ago to today. A work in progress, it currently contains 1,947 technologies and 2,285 connections between them. So they
Wow.
have listed here in the category of manufacturing at
A stone
3
tool.
million, 3.3 million BCE, the stone tool.
Wow.
And then you have a little line there and you start scrolling over and over. And then in 2.6 million BCE, you have the Oldowan stone tool, where they were really progressing there in a million years. The
Mm-hmm.
stone tools went
They figured it out.
crazy. Yeah.
I will
Then,
say that the rapid development environments we have now are quite a bit faster than what they used to
yes,
have.
yes. It's not quite a million years. So then you get to the Aculean stone tool, the bone tool. Yeah.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
if you go
Why
to
did it
the
take them
right,
so long to figure out bones were good for tools?
I don't know, if you go to the right and then up a little bit,
Oh, I'm sorry.
there's the control of fire, which was kind of a cool thing for people to figure out.
I'm looking at pigments here.
You got to go up and see those other lines from the
Oh,
top,
boy.
go back on those
Digging stick. Oh,
down a
man.
little
I'm
bit.
just,
I
there it
mean,
is.
this thing
Control of
is,
fire.
yes.
I'm zoomed all the way out. So,
Yeah, it does get a little
oh,
busy,
here we
but then
go. There's a little square over here in the bottom corner that you can drag around
oh,
for
oh
up and
yeah,
down all the stuff. I was like, how
yes.
does this relate?
So then it
But
goes, I mean, you get all the way over to 2020. You've got cultured meat, mRNA vaccines for the medicine. You've got robo taxis,
oh,
LLM chatbots make an appearance in the far
Wi-Fi.
right. But it is kind of a cool interactive tool. It's not the most user friendly, but
Yeah, I wish I
what a
could zoom
fun
out
little
more.
project. Yeah,
That's
that would be
crazy.
nice.
Electromagnetic catapult in 2015.
I need one of those. You
You
just
could send
spoiled my
stuff.
pick of the week.
Dang it. You could send stuff from your house to my house rather quickly.
Yes.
Hmm.
Oh, 1890, the pre-cut cardboard box and
Wow, that's been around a
drywall.
while. I
Yeah,
got to
so
go
it is
back quite
fun
a
to see
ways.
kind of the relativity here of different things, and you could spend obviously a lot of time here, but
One of the things I do enjoy looking at is you see some history books, usually in a printed book, sometimes on the internet, where they'll have parallel development, and it's like ancient Babylonia had
hmm,
this, and it's like at the exact same time China invented fireworks or something like that, and you're like,
oh,
oh, when they,
yeah,
it's like I had no idea those things were going on at the same time,
the relativity of that stuff. But yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
can, scroll through this and see, at the turn of the from in the year 1900, what different things, and just the extreme acceleration of the amount of items being invented or created as opposed to the stone tool. And then do they link to the
Yeah, Wikipedia or
Wikipedia?
wherever. So here's a comptometer. Uh, I don't have to tell people what this is, but it's the
Yeah.
first commercially successful key-driven mechanical calculator. Oh, and there's the Atari ST. No, that's the Model ST, I guess. It's different.
Nice.
1930s. There you go. I mean,
Wow.
I could spend some time looking through this thing,
Yes.
but I'm a
Yes.
giant nerd. And I just want to remind people I am a giant nerd. And like and subscribe because we are both nerds who talk about technology to people who are not nerds. And Nate's going
Yes.
to remind us to like and subscribe as well. So, our elevator pitch is a technology podcast for people who are not nerds.
Yeah.
But we are, oh, you
That
froze up
bell.
there. There we go.
Whew.
We are the biggest nerds you will ever find. That's why I'm fascinated by that. But you don't have
Yeah.
to be. You can just
No.
join us for just the headlines or the tip of the week or maybe the picks, which are coming up rather
Yes.
quickly.
Well, you know what's coming up rather quickly?
I have no idea.
Our picks of the week might be the segue of the show
Maybe
there.
so. Maybe so. Well, I talked to you
Oh,
guys about going down to Detroit Lake,
yeah.
and I needed phone service to do that. And formally, did he say formally? I was on
Mm,
T-Mobile. I've been in T-Mobile for
yes.
years. I got on there
Years. We have talked about it for years.
years, and I love T-Mobile. But then their beloved CEO retired, John Legere, or however you say his name, and service prices went up, quality of service went down. Their technology did increase and got better because they bought Sprint, but you know, it was costing three of us because Sam got, he's in Alaska, so he switched off
Oh,
of
yeah,
our
I
thing.
get it.
Three of us were paying $166 a month. Now I'm no mathlete, but that's a lot.
Yes.
So I recently, with a little bit of trouble, switched over to Mint Mobile. Guess what?
Mm.
Mint Mobile runs on the T-Mobile network. So I will still be able to take advantage of all T-Mobile's technology updates that they've done. It's going to work the same, look the same, everything's the same, except for I'm paying $15 a month per line. Now, that unlimited price is only for 3 months, and then it goes up to $30 a month per person. But even if I'm paying $30 a month per person in my family, 30, 60, 90, $90 is less than $160. I know. And I'm going to
Yes.
just switch over to the plans to make sure my prices are right.
Yes. So
But
you're
anyway,
doing the unlimited,
yeah. So you
which
can,
goes up to
if
30.
when my 3 month trial period is over, I'm going to see if this $15 per month unlimited is available if you prepay for 12 months. And just quickly,
Okay.
how this works: AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile are post-paid services. You have to have good credit. They offer you a service with a bunch of bells and whistles like free Netflix, blah, blah, blah. You use the service, and at the end, they're like, oh, you use this much data, you use this much. This is a postpaid. Here's what you owe. Well, not everybody has good credit. And there are people like me who, even though I do have great credit and could be on any phone service that I want, I'm choosing to use a prepaid plan where I pay them ahead of time. They get my money. They don't worry about, is this guy going to cough up $160 at the end of the month? They don't worry about it. I prepay and I can lock in a lower price. I don't get all the weird Hulu or AAA or all that stuff I don't
Netflix.
use anyway. And some of that stuff you have to pay extra for anyway. It's not exactly free. So I'm just going to do those services on my own separately. Even if I pay for the highest tier of Netflix and we all have unlimited, still less. And another good thing is that there's no contracts. You pay your money. For example, I pay my 12 months. 5 months from now, if I want to switch to somebody else, I do it. They've already got my money. They might give me a refund, but it's a prepaid plan, so there's a lot of freedom in that. So I will report back on how things are going, but so far,
Nice.
everything seems nice. So my pick of the week is Mint Mobile.
Mint Mobile. Now, do they have, trying to see for tethering
Yeah,
if that's included?
tethering is included, and they have,
I
let's see, the
didn't see
shop.
it in there.
It's in here somewhere, but you get so many gigs depending on what
Okay.
plan you're on, which is just like T-Mobile. You
Yeah.
get a certain amount, like I think I get 5 gigs, and then they throttle you, and that's so. Let me go back just quickly. Oh, sorry, wasting everybody's time here. So Val, I looked at her usage before we jumped the ship.
Hmm.
She was using like 2 point. No, she was using like 500 megabytes of data. So the 5 gig plan is great for her. My daughter was using like 60 gigabytes, and they offer a 20 gig plan, but I'm thinking she might need to go on unlimited.
Not
And mine was
unlimited.
like 30 and 40 gigabytes, which I could probably just use 20 gigabytes a month to be fine. What they do, they don't charge you extra. You never get charged extra. They just slow the service down.
Mm.
So it just adjusts where that cap is.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Very
that T-Mobile
nice.
does it too. That's the way
Yeah.
T-Mobile works. Same way.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, that's great. I am excited to hear that how that goes, because that is a much cheaper way to go and to stay on the same T-Mobile coverage.
I'm
Mint Mobile,
excited
and
to save the
I
money.
every time I've been opening TikTok, Ryan Reynolds is talking to me about this $15 a month. So
Well, we're going to save over $1,000 a year, depending on what
yeah, you
settings
end
we
up
have it
on
set on. That's, I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at.
that is
$1,000 go on a
that
trip.
is yeah, that is good. Well, my pick of the week, I was picking up the microphone again. We've already done that.
Yeah.
Um, Surprise, I've actually been using my pick of the week,
Your hat, we already talked about that, Nate.
the
Oh,
talk. And this is a lapel mic. Now, Dave, a couple weeks ago, had his pick of the week with his new wireless fancy Ceramonic lapel mic. Mine is wired.
what?
Yes, yes,
That
it is
seems
a wired. Oh, and I wasn't even going to pick this week. I put the wrong thing in the show notes.
okay.
But
Good.
I had a different thing, but I am going to get the link for this one. I was thinking about doing something else, but this is the BOYA by M1 lavalier microphone for smartphones, Canon, Nikon, DSLR cameras, camcorders, audio recorder, PC. And mine is currently plugged into a PC,
Oh,
which is a very good thing. That is what I run the show off, although I love my Mac. It just works better for when Backblaze fires up. But I'm putting the link in there for you.
there it is.
And now
Got
the
it.
nice thing, this thing has, I don't know how long the total cord is. It feels like it's 30 feet long because I've got it all wound up, but it also has a little battery pack on it
Okay.
so that it can do a little bit of boost of audio, which I have that turned
Like
on right now.
phantom power.
Yes, phantom power, and it's got a little clip there, and then it also has another clip for my shirt. But yeah, I mean, I can. It's at least 15 feet of cable on this thing.
I was trying to see on the page if it had a listing
the
of how.
the overall length, which you would
Yeah.
think it does, but I was doing some research and I said,
Oh,
you know what?
10.8 centimeters is the height of the item.
Okay. Yes, it is longer than that, I can tell you. But I was doing some research, reading some Reddit threads, just looking at what is the best wired lavalier mic. Now, you can spend hundreds of dollars, but this one right now, Prime 2 Day, $12 flat.
Wow.
$12. $12 to have a wired, because you can't always count on Bluetooth. You don't always want that. You don't always need to have wireless. There's plenty of times, like me sitting here at my desk,
Mm-hmm.
that I can just plug into whatever I'm talking into and have a nice little lavalier from BOYA. It's got 4.2 stars on 3,852 ratings and 200 plus bought in the last month. So but yeah, I did a lot of research, and
This
at the
guy likes
price
it.
point, people really said you cannot go wrong. I mean, $12 if I use it for this show and then throw it away.
I know. It's pretty good. I'm going to
Yes,
avoid throwing mine away after the show, but yeah, you certainly could.
yes,
Now, I don't
yes.
want to one up you, but mine came with little ones that you can attach. But if the battery dies, I'm out of luck, right?
Yeah,
And they're
yeah.
proprietary tips. I can't just plug those into the
Oh,
computer. So that's a nice thing to have in the bag.
yes, yeah. So especially with that long cord, so you will. I'm planning on using it instead of my mic, with my mic arm going over my desk and all that stuff.
Well,
And
some real
let me
time,
know in the comments.
I've got some real time feedback. I have
Yes.
been noticing that you've got it somewhere in this area. When you do this maneuver
Oh, when
with
I'm
your
moving my shirt,
well,
get a little noise.
I can't hear the noise, but it does muffle the mic a little bit
Oh,
because it's
and
blocking
I
the
need to
sound.
keep my hands away from my mouth anyways. That
Yeah. So maybe maybe next time we'll put it up here or something so that you
Yes.
don't block it
Yes.
as
I
much.
wanted out of sight for a surprise. Maybe
I
I can
know.
just flip it.
I've got mine just peeking over. It's
Let's see if
There
we
we
can
go. Oh, you
flip it
put
on my
your
mustache.
mustache. Oh, this is
There we
great.
go.
Oh, that's
How's that
perfect.
sounding?
It sounds really good, but man, it looks uncomfortable.
Yeah, it is a girthy lapel thing. That's it. I mean, there's some weight up here in the thing. There's also all this stuff that's weighing off of it.
Yeah.
But there are smaller. I forget that I'm using that mic as I fling it around the room.
You're swinging it around like this.
Yeah, that's good for the audio. But
Yeah.
yeah, a great wireless lavalier mic from BOYA. BOYA, got to get
BOYA!
one of these. And if you want this or any of our other picks, you can head over to notpicks.com. We've got so much great stuff there. We'll be on those. And we've got our Amazon purchase of the week.
Oh
And I
boy.
think maybe this was Hey Grandma. She said she made some purchases.
Hold on! Stop everything!
Oh, she's back from the store.
We got a guy walking in the background. We got Val
Oh,
driving in the
man.
driveway. Let's see. Is she gonna? Oh, she went back in the car.
Yeah.
She's like, oh shoot, I forgot something.
Oh, she's out of here.
Or did she? Oh, you know what? She forgot the pizza. No, she's reparking.
Oh, skipping over so she can get through.
Yeah, there we go. I love how let's judge her parking when she's done.
No.
The back tire's a little close to the thing, but overall I'd say she's pretty good. I'm going to give that about an 8 out of 10.
Nice.
And the door did not hit the column, which was good.
Hey, that's always a good thing.
Now, she's not very tall, so she does struggle getting out of the car, but that has nothing to do with the parking job. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
I should give her privacy. She's probably going to be mortified that we were watching her live.
Well, let us go to our Amazon purchase of the week because we have talked a whole lot, you guys.
What time is it? Man, I'm getting hungry.
7:37. Boeing. So the Amazon purchase of the week, somebody bought the Automaton 360-degree rotating magnet phone stand for desk adjustable foldable aluminum for MagSafe cell phone stand holder with non-slip base for iPhone 16, 15, 14, 13 Pro Max MagSafe case black.
Nicely done.
A nice little rotating MagSafe desk stand. Now, one of my problems with some of these, like a desk stand, can we just build charging into it too, please? Just put, some charging, but at $11.59,
yeah,
Prime tomorrow, 4.6 stars on 215 ratings, 500 plus bought this in past months, so it must be a pretty new product.
Well, and man, their drawings here look like this thing is like clutch. Look, it's got little bearings in there, high-tech stuff, and this has got these gears. Like I kind of want to get one, tear it apart, and just to see if it's really like that inside.
That magical.
Yeah, man, but that looks pretty sweet.
Yes, so if that was you, if it was Hey Grandma or somebody else, whoever it is, thank you for all of you that remember to go to NotPicks and click through when you're doing your Amazon shopping or looking for a good gift for somebody. NotPicks is the place to go.
It is.
The more we can get there, the merrier, and help support this show, help support Not Nerd. It's easy. You're going to, 99% of you, except for producer Todd, are going to shop on Amazon. And you just have to go to NotPicks first and then get over to Amazon.
Yeah, you go here and you click on something like, oh, I don't know, TechNet water leak detectors.
Yeah.
And then you say buy on Amazon. But guess what? Now that you're on Amazon, you don't have to do anything. You're cookied. And whatever you buy there, we'll get credit for. Oh, look at some fun things I put in my cart. I'm not going to buy these things.
No.
But look at these little handheld systems.
Yeah, you need a new handheld system. You're running low on those.
I know. I've only got 2 or 3 or 4 of them.
You got to get up to a even baker's dozen.
Yeah.
As they say. Well, with that, thank you to everyone that joined us in the live. We love it when you join us live and give us a hard time. But watch it later on YouTube. Listen to the audio if you have to. But everybody, get out there and tech better.
And thanks to Hey Grandma, The Real Dr. RIP VHS, WP 2004, and the Train Guy for joining us in the chat tonight.
Yes.
So
awesome. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.